do? What he gonna say? What he gonna do? What he gonna say? What he gonna do? What he gonna play? What he gonna do? Say what he gonna say? What he gonna play? What he gonna do? What he gonna say? What he gonna play? What he gonna say? What he gonna do? What he gonna say? What he gonna do tonight? What he gonna say? What he gonna do tonight? What he gonna say? What he gonna do tonight? What he gonna play? What he gonna do? What he gonna say? What he gonna play? What he gonna play?
Hello, 8-Bit Breakdown. Leave a lot baloney, motherfucker. Cig Neutron, sleazy Neutron!
What he gonna play? What he gonna do? What he gonna say? What he gonna do? What he gonna say? What he gonna do? What he gonna say? What he gonna play? What he gonna play? What he gonna play? What he gonna do? What he gonna say? What he gonna do? What he gonna say? What he gonna do? What he gonna say? What he gonna play? What he gonna play today? What he gonna play today? What he gonna do? What he gonna say today? What he gonna do? What he gonna say? What he gonna do? What he gonna say? What he gonna play today? What he gonna say? What he gonna do? What he gonna play? What he gonna do? Say what he gonna say? What he gonna play? What he gonna do? What he gonna say tonight? What he gonna play? What he gonna say tonight? What he gonna play? What he gonna do? What he gonna say? What he gonna play? What he gonna do tonight? What he gonna say? What he gonna do tonight? What he gonna say? What he gonna do tonight? What he gonna play? What he gonna do? What he gonna say? What he gonna play? What he gonna play?
Hello, 8-Bit Breakdown. Leave a lot baloney, motherfucker. Cig Neutron, sleazy Neutron!
What he gonna play? What he gonna do? What he gonna say? What he gonna do? What he gonna say? What he gonna do? What he gonna say? What he gonna play? What he gonna play? What he gonna play? What he gonna do? What he gonna say? What he gonna do? What he gonna say? What he gonna do? What he gonna say? What he gonna play? What he gonna play today? What he gonna play today? What he gonna do? What he gonna say today? What he gonna do? What he gonna say? What he gonna do? What he gonna say? What he gonna play today? What he gonna say? What he gonna do? What he gonna play? What he gonna do? Say what he gonna say? What he gonna play? What he gonna do? What he gonna say tonight? What he gonna play? What he gonna say tonight? What he gonna play? What he gonna do? What he gonna say? What he gonna play? What he gonna do tonight? What he gonna say? What he gonna do tonight? What he gonna say? What he gonna do tonight? What he gonna play? What he gonna do? What he gonna say? What he gonna play? What he gonna play?
Hello, 8-Bit Breakdown. It's Friday night. What up, people? We got 5 viewers in the chat already. What is up? Greetings to the streaming multiverse and the multiverse in general. I did a do I still have it? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I just did a promo on Instagram, and I was like, I have something in my teeth, but whatever. I'm not gonna redo it. There we go. I got it. Ha! What's up, everybody? It is Friday night. How's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? Welcome to the Cig Neutron Super Show. I don't know if that... I need like a... Hey, what's up, Vex? What's like a good name for like the Cig Neutron... Because this is basically what I'm doing. It's like the Cig Neutron art show. What's like... It's got like... I wanted to have the same feel as like the Imagination Station. Like that art show I watched as a kid. But yeah, it's interesting. Well, so top of the stream, I like to like shout some things out at the beginning, because if people watch this later, then they'll see this as the first thing. My demon masks are still available, and it's this cool art project I'm doing where I sell this blank mask, and then you paint it and add to it. Maybe you want to like, I don't know, customize it, build a costume around it. I don't know, use it in some art somehow. but you have to paint it, you know, and that's key. Is like you got to put your spin on it. But then send me pictures, and then I'll feature them on stream, and we'll talk about them and share your art with my fan base. Because you know, I feel like it's more than just a fan base. Like it's a community, you know. The idea of like fans and followers is strange. Like I prefer like community, you know. Because community is something like you engage with. But what are we doing tonight? We are sculpting this big Pixie. What up? What up, camcorder? Bum, bum, bum. Now that I've like looked away from it and I come back to it, I'm like, okay, cool. I think I like where it's going, you know? I don't know about this lip yet. Maybe I'll like knock that form back a little bit, but I like what I'm doing with the lips. The lips are starting to look fun to me. They're a little rough right now, but see, a little art tip is when you're like, at least, and when I say art tip, it's like, I don't know, this is how I do it, but I kind of like, I draw in noodles actually with the clay. Let's bring it closer here. Close up. Boom. Oh, look at that. I got it on an arm. It was like easy to switch. But I wish I had an even closer angle than this, but that's hard for me. But yeah, so I draw in little noodles and kind of like just draw the line of the shape, you know? And then you go and you like smooth down those shapes. That's like, sculpture is like it's like an interesting resolution process. And I'm assuming like computers do this too. It's like you rough on your rough geometry with your polygons, and then you start like smoothing them down. That's why I'm so grateful that I learned how to be like a traditional artist with like clays and things. And now I'm kind of like diving into the digital world, and it's like, it's same concepts, but it's like in the digital space. It's so fascinating. A little noodle doodle. That's what I'm going to call it from now on. The noodle doodles. Yeah. See, I like this whole neck is noodle doodled right now. You know, and like I look at the shadows, like see when a little bit of light is hitting here, I'm getting these amazing highlights, and then my shadows, like when you squint your eyes and stuff, like you can kind of like look at the values. Oh, it's interesting, yeah, because I actually like I look at the values on my sculpture, which is almost like a 2D thing. Like because the shadows, right? Sculpture is all about making a shape that casts a cool shadow, and then like so I'm looking at the shadows, but I'm using the shadows and light and how it bounces off of it to inform the geometry that I make, you know? So there's my beginning, like, artsy fartsy. Oh, I miss artsy fartsy. I gotta talk to it. Man, you know what I, like, also I think is really fun if we had, like, an art show that we had, like, other artists call in live and then just, like, talk. Like, Vex or, like, because I like interviewing people for my podcast, but also, like, I like to... No, look all the way deep in the shadows. That's that's where truth is. Yeah, man. Jungian psychology, shadow work, it's important stuff, man. And conceptually and philosophically, light and shadow and what it represents is like light. If you like look at a piece of art, the light and the shadow isn't good or bad. It's like the positive and negative space, you know? So it's like if we look at like, you know, a lot of people associate shadow with like evil, but really it's just like positive and negative space, you know? Because the universe, the nature of it is actually pretty like, it's actually a binary, you know? But then there's like a third thing in the middle of the binary. Anyways, let's kick on some tunes. If you dig part of the Cig Neutron, I don't know, throw out some names, y'all, throughout, what's a good name for my art show? What would you call it? Cig Neutron's... What is this? What are we doing here? What is this show? Because I want to start using that as the title. Because I love like branding something as a show, you know? Because then it like solidifies it into something fun and kooky. It's the live show. Let's see. Being Cig, I like that. Oh yeah, we were in the middle of listening to the Black Tea and Bourbon soundtrack, which I highly recommend on our YouTube. Black Tea and Bourbon. It's this paranormal docuseries about what happened when Randy and I went to New Orleans and literally got possessed by spirits. Like, seriously. I'm not even kidding. Let me see what our AI overlords think of for names. I love it, Max. Yes, I can't wait to hear it. Like, when you, like, play with, like, an AI and it creates art for you, like, what about that? It's instant? See, Vex, you keep telling me these things. It's like it's not doing anything outside of the commandment that you give it, right? But think about like in that moment, it's instantaneous creation. Because like what I'm doing, like whether I make a painting or like I make instantaneous choices about like visualizing something that I'm trying to visualize, you know? So it's like we are interacting with like fragments of consciousness when we're using AI like things to generate stuff. And that's what's like fucking fascinating to me. AI art in general is so fucking fascinating. Like the utopias and dystopias that whole thing could lead to is just something we should think about because it's kind of our reality, you know. I remember when I made this song, I just went out to Randy and I was like, Randy, like I think I made a fucking magical song, you know. Oh my god, those are all so good. I like immediately the one that jumps out to me is Cosmic Canvas. Cig Neutron's Cosmic Canvas is kind of fucking awesome. But the Neutron Gallery, the Neutron Experience. Mac, what's up? Oh my god, it's so good to see you. We gotta hang out soon. I've been like, I realize I get swept up and it's like hard for me to remember to like make time to like hang out with people, but it's such an important to my being to like hang out with cool people that like are important to me. And sometimes I get so caught up I forget to like make plans and time and stuff. But Mac, we gotta get together soon. Cig Neutron's art extravaganza, the Neutron effect, Neutron's artistic odyssey. These are all so good. What prompts are you feeding it to get this? Because like that's fucking, it's like fascinating to me. Did you say just come up with names for Cig Neutron's art show? Is that what you gave it? Oh, and also, Mac, yes, this is, we're listening to the Black Tea and Bourbon soundtrack. So I was trying to channel, like, the feelings of what was going on in my life, like, when I was, just recently getting sober from alcohol, and, like, literally being, like, attacked by, like, ghosts and shit. Like, it's like a fucking crazy town time. And this music is very, like, this is me, like, just trying to capture that feeling into, like, music, you know? Oh man, can you give it the prompt? What's a fun name for a psychotronic art show hosted by artist named Cig Neutron? I guess it. You know what'd be fun, Bex? If at some point you want to like call in and we like talk to each other over Discord on stream. Because I always love it when people have like, so if this was a show, there'd be a section where it's like, oh, and look, my pal Vex is calling in. You know, like Cowboy Curtis, he used to like bring the mail. Like this, I guess this is like my Pee-wee's Playhouse, except it's like, it's not as big of a production value, so I only have like one camera. I'd love to just like zip my chair over that way and then land somewhere else in the studio and be like, and then we're gonna watch this cartoon or something. So again, I'm gonna noodle doodle on the lips. See what I did there? Man, all right, I'm gonna try to get y'all like really close, actually. Let's see. Extreme close up. So I want you to see how I noodle doodle the lips. I was thinking about going live on TikTok too, but then I'm like, man, is that gonna be way too much fucking live? Because I'm like, I can't even like imagine trying to keep up with that. Whoa, that's going in a cool direction. I always love the word psychotronic. It's like there's a lot about my experience in the genre that I like to exist and live and play in, and like the word psychotronic like sums that up in like one word. All right, let's focus the camera here. Oh, there we go. Wow, look at that. Now we're like super close up. See, I would have loved it if I had another camera that was like already set up that I could just easily switch to that. Budget Pee-wee, right? Yeah, it's pretty much. Because this is like a produced show. I would have guests and then like, yeah, all kinds of like fun, wacky things would happen. I need some water. It's Friday night. I commune with the devil's lettuce. Dried out my pipe a little bit. My pipe. Isn't it funny we're made of pipes? That's so strange. You know what's another fascinating thing? Trees, the capillary action that happens in trees, or how the water goes up and like from the ground up to, it actually defies gravity. Did y'all know that? It's another thing that's like on our, in our world that doesn't really follow the laws of physics. Highly recommend looking that up. I like fascinating tidbits like that. So this song that's playing, I made this song about when I was possessed on the streets of New Orleans, and this is what I was like, just the feeling. That's how I space out. I forgot I was working on the lips. I'm down here on the neck and I moved the camera on the lips. My bad. Yes, the devil's gummies. I love it.
Naked dog walks.
Also, I know, yeah, I'm hanging out with my pal Sid for New Year's Eve. Ringing in the new year. Right.
This is the continuation of that dog streak.
Glitch in the simulation.
This season on black tea and bourbon.
the last song. On the album. This is just like a weird in credit bump. So there was also times where I was doing like experimental like water meditations and stuff. Let's check one of those out. Like I did this whole like, but it's like very rhythmic and stuff. Podcast is called Cig Neutron Sputron. Actually, I should probably like maybe just change it to Sputron, right? So there was a period where, like, man, if you like follow the episodes of my podcast, it goes like super fun and like I don't know, structured, and then like later on it just started getting like weirder and weirder, and then it was just like weird beat poetry, like. But this is one I did that was like, I think I made it live, but yeah, there's I don't know. I just like to, if you like can listen on headphones, I recommend it. But this is an episode of Sputron. There we go. That light's good. Hey, Mac. Yeah. Yeah. So I'll tell you a story about I Like Pickles, the album, in a second. I just wanted to listen to this one all the way through. I love you too, Cthulhu. I'm so happy you're here. Sorry, I'll chat more after this track.
Cleansing breaths with me, and imagine clearing out any blockages. Hold on to that gratitude. In your field, anything that's blocking anything in your life. Let's just do it together. Here we go. You're gonna attract everything you want in your life with flow, like water. Note of how you feel right now and just welcome that abundance, welcome that flow into your life, into your field, into your energy. Imagine all your blockages clear. Anything stagnant is now flowing with love. I love all of you. I know it's tough times, but we're going to get through this. Just focus on the present, focus on the now, focus on what you can control, which is your own state of being and your relationship with the experience. You are the experience. You are experiencing what you experience. And that's it. That's all you can control. Just worry about the now. Worry about being present. And worry about love. Trials and tribulations are going to come. And you're going to handle them much better when you're in the present and you're in the cosmic flow. I love you. Thanks, everybody. Gonna keep it on the chill side today. Just going with the water, element of water and flow.
So that was back when I was like just experiment. I was in a phase of like kind of getting into ASMR and just like experimenting with like really soft the lips. It's like I like this close-up angle actually because I can really show you what I'm doing, but I'm kind of like roughing out the lips, like, you know, with my noodle doodles. So that song was just like me experimenting in like meditation stuff. And I forget when I made the black tea and bourbon theme song, I just started doing this rhythmic breathing, and that was the start of me experimenting with rhythmic breathing, and then it became a meditative practice. And then the album You Like Pickles, Don't You, on Spotify. I love that album cover too. It's so neon and bright. That do you make some S-O-M? Do I make what? Okay, so yeah, the 2021 album, You Like Pickles, Don't You? So the story about this, it's an eight-track album, and each track is a song that I made. It follows the reason why they have the dates on there is because I started on Inauguration Day, and this is when I would do my daily meditation of just recording myself breathing, and then I would like breathe over that, and then create these like little sort of mantra songs that they're not even really songs, really. They're just kind of like spontaneous compositions of like me breathing and playing music and stuff. But it was like I just made one a day, and then I put out this album. I'm trying to do this again where I just like make one a day and then put out the album. But like this album's like really special to me, and I like to listen to it just like from start to finish. And I think it's I don't know, I really like it. So I'm gonna put that one on, and then we can then I'll continue. But let's see, let me catch up kind of on comments. Hey, I'm so happy you're all here. Thank you so much. It's Friday night. How y'all doing? Are you stoked? Tomorrow is New Year's Eve. I hope you all have some fun plans. Randy and I are just going to hang out with Sid and travel the universe, you know? Oh yeah, now's a good time to shout out. I have demon masks available that I sculpted. You know, if you dig them, it's this cool art project I'm doing where I sell the blank white mask and you paint it. Maybe you want to make a costume with around the character or something. Like use it in some art or something, and then like send me photos of it, and then I'm gonna like showcase and stuff like everybody's like spin on the mask, and maybe we'll do it on stream. Maybe social medias. I don't know. I think it'd be really fun to go over them live on stream. But also, I have the Randy Rats. They're available too. If you haven't picked up a cigarette yet and you love weird little creatures that steal people's cigarettes, you can get your very own Randy Rat. This is the size. This is the original that I sculpted. And then I molded this little guy. His foot broke off because he's the original sculpture. And then you can have your very own copy. It sits on the table, booty up. You need a paperweight. This makes a good paperweight. You need to, I don't know, pull a prank on somebody. This is a good, you know, leave it in somebody's bathroom. They'd be like, what the fuck is that thing? You know what's so weird is I heard about people's videos on YouTube getting demonetized if you say fuck. That's so crazy to me. If that's really the case, like, oh my God, YouTube is way more prudish than I thought. Like, really? You can't say fuck? Yeesh. Even if you indicate your channels for mature audiences, we get demonetized. Anyways. Okay, so back to, so this is You Like Pickles, Don't You? This is, so each song, like I said, I made it that day. And this was the inauguration day of Joe Biden. And I don't know, I was just like, at that point in time, I was like so exhausted from like 2020 that I was just like, man, can this political bullshit just be over, you know? And then this is like how I felt that day. And then each song after that sort of documents the progress of the next day. So here we go. Enjoy. This is You Like Pickles, Don't You? By me. so much. For $31? Holy shit. Thank you so much, Hive!